Okay, so recording has started. So today is going to be an introduction to AI, where you get to know what AI is all about, the different techniques and benefits, and also some examples of Flutter apps that have actually been built with generative AI, and maybe some more interesting stuff that you'll be seeing on my slide. So by tomorrow, we're going to be having the Gemini AI workshop where you get to understand what generative AI is all about, then how to get started with Gemini and how to use it in your application, and also probably maybe you're going to build something very little. Then on Sunday is Vertex AI, and after these 3 days, you're going to be um, joining a challenge, right? So we want people to practice what they have learned. We know that 3 days is not enough for you to learn all these things. But then they say practice makes perfect. So when you listen very well in the sessions, you jot down things, you follow as the tutor or the mentor is doing on their screen or whatever they are saying, and you ask questions. I believe you have like the basic knowledge and guidelines to you know practice what you really want to put out there. So I hope everyone is going to be enjoying the challenge because I can't wait. We need to, take that hype off, especially in Africa. I mean, it shouldn't be dull in this moment, right? So today I'm going to be taking the introduction to AI, and it's nothing much, right? I believe some of us here or everyone already has knowledge about artificial intelligence, right? So let me share my screen so that I can, just show you what I have for today. All right. Okay, can you see my screen? If you can, please just give me reactions. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So we can get started. So once again, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about introduction to AI in Flutter. But first of all, this is me. I'm sure like everyone has always been hearing busy, busy, busy. Sorry, my name is Miriam, but you can call me busy, but you can call me Miriam Tisha. The Miriam, I feel like people don't know that my name is Miriam, so I want to make you know that my name is Miriam. So in case you know, you know that my name is Miriam, I'm not just right. And I am just forget um the first option there. Forget that first option. Right? So I am over engineer and I also do community management for Flutter Vibe. I love writing and I love management. And I am an etiquette fanatic. I Please, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how far I already go with etiquette for. I love when everyone has like the common basic etiquette that you're supposed to have as a human, right? And what is AI? So forget like this long definition on my screen, right? Funny enough, I had an artificial intelligence exam yesterday because I study software engineering and I did an artificial intelligence course in my first semester. And there was a question that they were asking, what is artificial intelligence? And this was the definition that the lecturer gave in the class. So I said, okay, let me put it here in this slide so that all of us will learn together, right? But like forgetting like this long definition, right? Artificial intelligence is basically the process of building intelligent machines that is capable of doing what humans can actually do. So humans have different capabilities, right? They have perception, reasoning, and learning. So artificial intelligence is basically that you know branch of computer science that builds intelligent machine that can meet those human capabilities, right? And there are different uh, techniques to artificial intelligence. We have machine learning, we have natural language processing, we have computer vision. These are just like, the three important ones, and common, and I think the ones that most companies use, right? And machine learning is basically a field that focuses on training algorithms to learn from data and make predictions or decisions without explicit programming. So say, oh, sorry, since I have to accept somebody into this spot. Just give me some minutes. Okay, accepted. Okay, so machine learning, it focuses on training algorithms to learn from data and make predictions. So let's say an example is a mod you create a model on your machine learning tool, or you use machine learning to create a model that can learn to identify objects in images by analyzing vast amounts of label data, label image data, right? An example is, I remember a time where I was learning um, artificial intelligence and data analysis, right? And we used TensorFlow. We used it to, capture a particular image, and we were training that particular model that we loaded an image into to identify different objects based on that image. So I think we got a cloth, and we're trying to identify different patterns from that particular clothes that we, uploaded to our model. So that's like an example of what ML does. ML does like several things too, but the basic thing that it does is, the identifying objects, like this kind of pattern recognition stuff. So we also have natural language processing. It deals with interaction between computers and human language. An example of this one is it allows machines to interpret or generate human language for tasks like text summarization, chatbot development. An example of that is ChatGPT, Cloud AI, Gemini, and so on and so forth, right? Because most of them, you know chatbots, you get to ask questions and get your questions answered. You can also summarize large amounts of text. Even sentiment analysis also is possible. Natural language processing. With natural language processing. Then we have computer vision, and this basically focuses on extracting meaningful information from images and videos. So something like object detection, classifying image, facial recognition, that is like the area of computer vision in artificial intelligence, right? So the next thing I have here is different types of AI applicable to Flutter applications. So now we know AI is very vast, it's very large. There are different, type of things that you can do with AI. But then when we try to come down to, the Flutter development, right? What can this AI, what can they do in our Flutter applications? How are they applicable to our Flutter applications? Because there are several type of developers. We have the ones that like the artificial intelligence developers, that's like the machine learning AI engineers, that they build the tools themselves. They create models and all sorts of things with AI. Then we now have the ones that they do web. They can be React, JavaScript developers. We have the ones that do game. We have the ones that do Flutter, right? So now the different type of AI applicable to Flutter application. So we're going to be looking at the NLP, which is the natural language processing. And from the explanation before, natural language processing, analyze and understand textual data. So it's easy to analyze and understand textual data. Like for example, now you want to maybe write a short story, or you want to write an essay on a particular topic. Then you go to your browser and you type gemini.google.com, and the Gemini web page loads up. Then you put in what you want to do, like the essay or the topic that you want a summary on. You put it in the chat box. And what Gemini does is that he analyzes the data that you've already inputted in that chat box and try to understand what you really want it to do. So when he understands what you really want it to do, he gives you the solution based on his own understanding or what he thinks that you need, right? Because there are sometimes that you ask Gemini something and it might not be what you are actually looking for. Maybe because your prompt was wrong, you needed, to make it understand better what you really wanted to do. But that is the work. Analyze and understand textual data, right? So the use cases in Flutter apps, right? You can build something on text summarization. You can create an app that basically generates summaries of maybe news articles. Maybe you're the type that you like listening to, you know, um, news. You like reading articles. You like, reading newspapers. But then there's sometimes that you are very busy and you don't want to miss out on the news you know, that was published for that day. So you want something that will um, give you a shorter version so that you understand what a particular news is all about. You can create an app that does that. Funny enough, I was creating an app that actually does that. So yeah, I'm also interested, right? So I have that summarizes a particular news that you're interested in. So it tells you, okay, this is what the whole news is all about. So if you want to read more about the news, you just go on to read more about the news. And another thing is that you can also create a chatbot application that can answer questions, right? It can also provide customer support. It can guide users through app functionalities using natural language interactions. And like this is practical in the sense that we even use apps like that in our day-to-day life. I'm very see, there's no one that can tell me that they have not used ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud AI. So there's no one that can even tell me they've not used any chat um bot before. Everyone actually used chatbot before, like one way or the other, right? So you can also build your own chatbots, applications in Flutter, and you can, build the one that probably, solves a particular specific problem, or you do the one that is general. And we also have voice recognition and text to speech application. So and this application is something that I think I've seen someone do it, and that's Becca. Becca created a Gemini application that when you speak, it's listening to what you have to say, then it's gives you the answer of what you said as a text on the screen. I don't think he actually interprets the speech to text. And another one that does speech to text is Google browser. So our normal Google browser, sometimes when you have like when you're tired and you don't want to type on your browser, but you want to search for something, you can use the voice and you just tap it and say whatever you have to say. But you have to say clearly so that it can get every bit of what you're saying and it gives you the perfect um, translation from your speech, right? So you can also build applications that um, you know listens to voice and does text to speech or speech to text. And these things are under like the natural language processing. So we also have computer vision. An example of computer vision is um, object detection. Object detection, basically you detecting and identifying objects in real time within the app's camera view. An example is um, I want to use a practical example, right? Eh, So there is this, I don't know you, I don't know if you have observed this. There are some shopping applications that you can just go on that shopping application here, and you you can scan, or you snap, or you upload a picture. Then you will not there's this icon that tries to detect all the objects in that picture, and now searches all those objects in that picture on the shopping application. I have actually done it before. So when maybe you saw a particular outfit and you're trying to get the outfit, then you go on whatever shopping app. If the shopping app has it, that shopping app has it. I've forgotten the name. So you put the picture, you upload the picture there, it scans the picture and identifies all the objects, the bag, the chain, the wristwatch, the wristband, then give you searches of those objects or similar objects to the ones in the picture. If they have the exact one, you see it. If they don't have the exact one, it will give you the similar one, and you get to see the price, and you know you you mesmerize with the prices, and you can buy if you meet your budget. So another one is image classification, categorizing images based on their content. This is also the area of computer vision. So it can be used for content moderation, image tagging, or image search functionalities. Then we also have facial recognition, and what it does is that it enables user identification or authentication features based on facial recognition through the app's camera. And this facial recognition is used by a lot of applications that deals with security. So examples are fintech applications. Fintech applications, they like this thing so much. They want to be sure that, oh, this user that is signing up is actually the real user. So most of the time when you are doing KYC, there's only this part that you have to upload your picture, right? And they have to go through some processes before they now, verify you. I think Gray does it. There was a time, yeah, Gray does it. I wanted to sign up on Gray, and I had to upload my picture, and it took some time before it gave me my verification based on, I don't know what they saw. But these are things that use cases under computer vision, right? Um, then we have machine learning, right? So basically training models to learn from data and make predictions. So you can use it for anomaly detection, identifying unusual patterns in user behavior or have data that might indicate fraudulent activity, system errors, or potential security breaches. This anomaly detection, it is used by a lot of um, companies that are into finance, because finance companies are always looking to detect any fraudulent activity that is going on their platform or in their company, because they don't want to lose money. So companies, use this detection process to, you know, find out what is going on so that they can block it, right? And also for image and video enhancing enhancing image or video quality, apply filters, or perform automated editing tasks based on machine learning models. So these are the use cases of machine learning models in Flutter application. So you will now have to choose your your audience, like the one you want to go for, right? But then, okay, let me fast forward so much. So, and one thing is that you might be thinking, oh, I've not mentioned generative AI since. And the reason why I've not mentioned generative AI is because before generative AI came, right? That is the Gemini and every other one. The like do I call it common? The original, that means generative. It's not that generative AI is not original. It's original. Nobody should want it. So the first ones, that is the machine learning, the computer vision, natural language processing, like they can be used to, they can be used in your Flutter applications. You might not just have noticed, or not a lot of people have noticed that sometimes that you a company might want to do something like here, yes, all these kind of health tech company that they want to build an healthcare application where they are trying to train maybe they are trying to get a particular information from the human body. So the user has to stand in front of their camera and take a picture of their full body. They may not scan the body and detect some things, blah 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 like that. And you are wondering, how do I do this in Flutter? Well, in the sense of in that kind of thing, so you have to like write a model, train the model. But then now integrating it with your Flutter application, there are like several packages on pub.dev where you can get something to use at least. Apart from these four I listed here, there are still other ones on pub.dev that is very, very important and useful for whatever use case that you're looking for. You just have to search. That's why they say internet is very, very important and useful in our day-to-day life. Sometimes you just have to search, just take a leap further and search. So first one is TensorFlow Lite. And TensorFlow Lite is designed to run machine learning models on mobile devices, embedded system, and edge devices with limited computational resources. So in Flutter, if you want to use TensorFlow Lite, you can use the pack and you read the documentation to see the processes of how to go about integrating TensorFlow. And you have to ensure that it aligns with your project requirements, right? Then we also have machine learning kits, that's the ML kits. I think this is very, very popular because a lot of people use Google ML kits, right? So you can use it for text recognition, face detection, barcode scanning, image labeling. So if you want to use like an app that scans barcode, you can use ML kits. If you want to do face detection, maybe a camera kind of thing in your app, you can also use this, right? And we also have the auto ML vision, and this is a service provided by Google Cloud that enables developers to train and deploy custom machine learning models for image recognition tasks without requiring extensive knowledge of machine learning. So you can use the G Cloud package to interact with the Google Cloud services, right? To be able to train and deploy custom learning models for your image recognition tasks. So if you want to do something like this in your Flutter application, you can integrate this package and you have to read the documentation, of course. The last one is Firebase ML Kit, and it can also be used for um, text recognition, face detection, barcode scanning. So in case you don't understand how this Google ML kit works, you can come for Firebase ML Vision. I think it has an additional thing that does language identification, right? So that is that about like some libraries that we have in Flutter, in Flutter, for Flutter on pub.dev. So I hope I'm not boring everyone like this. Sorry, all these informations are very they're very needed. They are very needed. So we also have benefits. So right now, you might be thinking that okay, after all these things, so what's that the use of AI? Why are we doing AI? And like, what is our concern as a local developer with AI? Apart from like AI, let's forget AI. Flutter itself is like a very powerful, framework. It's a powerful tool that can be used to do a lot of things. Now we don't want to like leap further. We want to bring AI into our lives. We want things to be easier for people, right? We want to build solutions that helps people and also blows people's minds because that's what blows people mind. It's very, very important, honestly. So, number one thing is enhance user experience, right? Personalization, intelligent assistance, predictive features. They are very, very important. Personalization in the sense that you want to build apps that, you know, you want to build app that, tailors the experience of individual users, right? So let's an example is, imagine you building an application that helps for fitness. So let me use a common example that is currently affecting a lot of people, even me included. So there's something about working out for people, right? There are a lot of people that they are tired. They're tired of going to the gym, or they are tired of getting like a lot of information about fitness on online, right? If you go on Instagram, go on TikTok, you will see different trainers, different fitness trainers coming up with different routines, and all of them will be saying different things. To do Bulgari squats, one will say you should bend, you should act your back like this and do like this. The other one you say you have to stand straight, you don't have to act your back. So different informations like that. So imagine now creating a fitness application that you know can be personalized for individual users. As a user that is using that application, what is on my application is different from what is on person B's application. Same with person C's application, right? So imagine building a personalized app for um, for individual users. That is like a good thing for user experience. And Flutter is very, very interesting. You can just create the application using the widgets, put everything together, state management tool, or even set state. Integrate your AI, everything is ready. Launch it, push it to App Store and Android Store, and everybody gets to use whatever works for them. So the fitness app recommends like personalized workout routines based on the individual activity data. So it requests for like some data, then it generates routines that you're supposed to be working on daily, 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 right? So sometimes that is like a very nice thing. Then in terms of intelligence assistants, example is chatbots like our ChatGPT, Gemini. I think Google now did something now. They made the um, normal Google AI, normal Google AI assistant. They converted it to Gemini assistants, right? So you have your Gemini at the tip of your finger to just enter and search for whatever you want to search for, right? So you can ask it questions, you can anything you need, just ask it questions and it gives you your answer 24/7. It is always active. Unlike you asking your friend questions before your friend will answer. But AI will answer you fast. That's a very nice user experience solution. So you can build chatbots that can attend to people's questions whenever they need answers to their questions. So we also have predictive features. So machine learning models can be used to anticipate user needs, right? An example is, which example can I use? Okay, so now let's imagine an application. You build an application that predicts things for you. So an application that maybe you are the type of person that you buy things a lot, you shop a lot. So you have that application that you input whatever you got recently, and you tell it that, oh, you want to get something else, that you should recommend something that you can get, right? Or let's say you bought a phone, right? Let's say you bought iphone 17 iphone 17. Then you now told the app that, oh, I bought iphone 17 recently, can you recommend another type of phone that I can buy, right? Since I already bought iphone 17. So an app like that can also help. Or you can create an app that helps people to limit their spending. So it will be predicting things for them. Maybe tell them, if you buy another phone, your phone will burn. All those kind of things. I'm just joking, actually. Don't do that, please. So those are like examples of predictive features, right? Something that can predict like the next thing for you. Um, for increased efficiency and automation, we have automated tasks. So AI is like quite good at automating repetitive tasks for you. So it will just keep on, like, instead of having to do those things manually, you can use AI to automate those tasks and it will get it done for you fast. So it will reduce your time in doing all those things, right? I think an example for that, yes, an example is this example. I don't think it will work. I don't have example for that. Sorry about that. So another one is improved data analysis, and basically, I think it is AI is very, very efficient in analyzing a large amount of data. Just keep loading the data in the knowledge base. It will just be analyzing data for you. So it is AI tools can analyze, very large amounts of data to understand insights into user behavior and app usage patterns, right? Another thing is that enhanced security. Remember the anomaly detection I mentioned the other time? That is a very like, good example for enhanced security. It can be used to identify fraudulent activity or potential security breaches. Okay. Does someone want to ask a question? Someone raised his hand, or I could not get through the questions. I guess not. Okay, so let's continue.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
All right. So let's continue. So the next one is unlocking new features and functionalities. So now you can use AI to do plenty things. In Flutter, Flutter actually supports augmented reality. And now that we have AI, you can use AI to explore the area of augmented reality in Flutter. I don't know what you're going to build, but you can actually build something very good. I know there's somebody here that can do it. So these are like some of the benefits integrating of integrating AI with Flutter development. I believe that we should, explore the efficiency and the powerfulness of Flutter with AI. So now, the power of generative AI, Gemini and Vertex AI for Flutter apps. Please, let's note, I am not the one taking these topics, but I just wanted to like show us some because I have been, I noticed some people dropped like apps on Twitter when Gemini uh, Gemini what's that word? Gemini advertisements started, right? And they were dropping applications that they built with Gemini. And I wanted to like, share some of them with us. Maybe it can open our mind, open our head, to what we can actually build with Gemini and what we can actually build with Gemini. And that is why I have this section that says unveiling the power of generative AI. And we have two Google generative AI powerhouse, which is the Gemini AI and the Vertex AI. Gemini AI basically empowers you with text generation capabilities. So it generates text for you. You can upload an image and it generates text for you based on whatever prompts you're giving it to give you from that image. You can drop a text and tell it to give you something, it will give you. You can even tell it to generate a personalized email, a personalized text. You can even tell it to write love message for you in case you are looking to send a love message to somebody. You can tell it to write love message. You can tell it to help you to solve your past question. If you have a past question from school, you can tell it. I used to do it very well. All my past questions for my exam, I told Gemini to give me all the answers, and that is what I'm using to read. So Gemini can, undo all those things that has to do with generating text. So it gives you the text, it even gives you supportive links that you can, go and read more on when you check out those links. Then another one is the Vertex AI. So Vertex AI is like more robust and you can use it for training custom machine learning models tailored to your app's requirements. So you can use Vertex to tackle image classification, sentiment analysis, or even building advanced chatbots that can hold natural conversations, right? And I think with Vertex AI, you have to involve yourself with the cloud, Google Cloud, and Firebase too. But when you come for the workshop, the tutor will let you know all the things you need, and you even build very beautiful application that day. So now let's look at some of the applications that people have built, right? And this one, this one, this application is actually built by Etonam, is a GDE in Ghana, and it builds a Flutter app that summarizes and translates to preferred language news article using News API and Gemini. Um, Let me just go back so that you can watch it. So that is the news. That animation is so beautiful. Okay, so it gave the summary. Oh, it seems I did not record the part where it generated another language. But you can check this particular application out. If you go to his Twitter handle, you'll be able to see like the full video of this application. Then we have another one. This one was so beautiful. Like I enjoyed watching the video. Roman. So this one is like an embedded system, right? And he built the Flutter application for for a watch screen. Then he integrated the application with Gemini. Then he now still added animations. It was really, I don't know if anyone has seen this, but if you have not seen this, go and check it. Go and check. That is his handle over
So there's no
there.
solution
But
at
you
all.
can also watch
No solution at all for the problem.
the this thing how it works.
No, 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 no. It will not work.
Hey, Doopy, you can go to sleep now.
You're not substituting anything at this point, yeah, because there's nothing for you to substitute. At this
Come
point,
on,
you
Doopy,
have to come
wake
up with
up.
your
We got
own
work
new
to do.
solution
Just
that you
check
ask for.
the
You know,
um
this
Hey,
one,
Doopy,
this
I got a
Canva is
question
like
for
this
you. Can you
caption
answer it
part.
for
it's
me?
not compulsory for you to use it, right? Most times people
Hey,
use this
Doopy,
mind
quick
by
joke. What's an
and
astronaut's favorite
Crazy Eight,
keyboard key? The
right?
space bar.
This Canva actually works for maybe works more.
So this is
Okay,
like
Doopy.
another
So if there's
example
no solution at
of
all in place, like there's
what
no solution to the problem
um
at all.
you can also do with Gemini. Then this one was by Quiz. This is very, very interesting also.
This news
He
application.
he used it to generate stories.
Those are some of their strengths. Then the weakness. App includes ads, which some users may find intrusive. So some users may get that ads may
So this is like a story generator. You tell it whatever story you want it to, generate for you, and it generates the story for you. This is like one very
this
beautiful thing.
news application.
Um,
Those are some
oh, I think that's all. So like those are like the examples of applications that I just put out there. There are a lot on Twitter. If you do hashtag build with Gemini or Gemini, you're going to see like different applications, right? Yeah, so you're going to see like beautiful applications with built like with Gemini. There are even some people that they build something that can be useful in the society. And I believe that is why we are also here, to build something that is useful for people to use. It is not just an ordinary app. People can actually use it, and it is also fun to use, right? So, and that's the end of my TED talk. Uh, do we have any questions? I think somebody mentioned there that should we start replacing regular localization and internationalization implementation in Gemini? Yeah, so you can start now. Okay, so do you have any questions? Any comments? Any concerns before I wrap up the session? Okay, let me just share the slide link like that. I am sharing it in the chat. Okay, so in absence of no questions, so what I did also, this particular slide, I shared it with everyone I sent invites to. So if you register for the class, you're going to like be seeing the link, but you should also like just copy it from the chat, right? So if you don't have any questions, I will just say this. Since you know that there's a challenge coming up after like the whole, workshops, please and please start thinking about your solution idea. Well, I don't know if there'll be price, but then even though there's no price, we should be able to build something. We need to be um we need to be more, I don't want to say more useful because we are useful already, right? So like we need to do something. We need to do something amazing. And we are Nigeria. Not all of us are Nigerian. In Africa, we like doing our things. We like doing it in in this kind of different road way. So I think that we should start thinking about idea. Think about the idea of something that you want to solve, a problem you actually want to solve, and think about a solution to it that Gemini can actually help with. And after the 3 days workshop, you can just get started with your challenge without waiting, because the challenge is for 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, you have to do your challenge and you also have to submit, right? Um, Spoiler, there'll be a gift, there'll be a prize, there'll be a prize. So that's the spoiler. So before we also end the call, please let us take pictures, right? I don't know. I would like everyone to put on their mic, so their camera. I want to try to increase. Give me some music. And no lights. Hey, there's no light. Don't worry. Just stay on your camera and that. No, don't worry. We know that this Nigeria is very very annoying. Well, those of us that are in Nigeria, sorry guys. Even me, I'm in Nigeria. Yeah, let me now on my own camera too, so that I can see my fine face. Okay, I'll see beautiful faces though. All these local developers, if you are rich, you have money. I can see Candy, I can see Samuel, Sebastian, Matthew, Christian. Look at this guy, he's in a car. And they go, okay, David, this driving. They are too rich. I can see Christopher, I can see Bright, I can see Azan. Okay, now let me put on my own camera. So can you see my face? Okay, so I want to take the screenshots now, right? Taking attendance. You never can tell. Maybe I'll buy everybody sweets, you know. Oh, look at developer Jamil. I can see developer Jamil now. So I might buy everybody sweet oh, because you're your camera. So like this night, not your camera. Data on it now. So that I'll buy you sweet. Going. Okay. All right, guys. It was really nice seeing everyone
All right,
sweet.
guys.
it's
Hey,
been
guys.
it's been a long time, right? Um, okay, so I've taken the screenshot already. Oh, developer Jamie raised his hand. Hello, developer Jamie.
Yeah, so quick one, more like an information. Thank you, Miriam, for this session. Thank you very much. That was a nice introduction to
Most of
uh,
them.
the rest of the classes. Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is, for tomorrow's session, it would be nice to create something, right? Uh, I am thinking of a couple of apps, but you guys can actually give your opinion on what we should create. So between now and 9 a.m. tomorrow, you can drop your suggestions in the group and just pick a random app
An app
to
that
do
sends
something
money to
else.
my account. I said an
And
app
now
that
that,
sends money to my account.
but
That would be so perfect.
you already have this money now. How many of us did you
I
see
think I don't
driving the
get
car
money.
here?
I beg you.
that,
I'll go to another return.
that idea is invalid. Another person, please. Exactly. This sounds more like a good idea. An app that shares Blaze Wins money with everyone.
Eh? Sorry, I did not hear you. Please, brain, please.
Yeah,
Tell you to
I
come and give
mean,
us money.
at the end of the day, we want to share Blaze Wins money. So if you are Blaze Win, at least you know you don't
Oh,
have
okay.
money.
Okay.
We'll just share that
I'm
money
sure
with
that if you share zero, don't worry, we'll have bountiful zeros for everybody. Do not to go around.
Oh yeah, no, we'll go on now. So please help with the ideas, and if not, I'm going to just fall back to what I would like to build, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow in the section.
All right, guys. Bye.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Bye bye. See
Bye,
you
Candy. I can
tomorrow.
see Candy
Make sure
here.
you come early.
Ah.
And please be
All right.
checking your Gmail for information. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey Miriam.
Hi, developer.
All right.